friends, my name is Kayla Ryan and I'm representing of Vocational High School 1 Sidoarjo or SMKN Negeri 1 Sidoarjo. My friends, have you ever heard the story of Little Red Riding Hood? No? You haven't? If you haven't, please listen carefully to the stories that I'm gonna tell you today. The Little Red Riding Hood. Once upon a time, there lived a sweet little girl in a sweet village near the forest. She was loved by everyone, especially her grandmother, who had sewn her beautiful red cloak with a hood. And because of this, people always called her Little Red Riding Hood. One day, her mother called her and said, "Dear, your grandmother is not feeling well. Please take this basket of food to her cottage in the woods. But remember, stay on the path and never talk to a stranger." Little Red Riding Hood promised to be careful and step up on her journey, completely unaware of the danger that awaited her. While Little Red Riding Hood walking, admiring the flowers and the trees, she suddenly heard a deep voice. "Good morning, little girl. Where are you going so early?" She turned and saw a big gray wolf who was standing beside the path. But he looked friendly, so she smiled and answered, "I'm going to my grandmother's houses to bring her some delicious food." What a delicious meal this could be, the girl and her grandmother. "What a lovely idea," said the wolf with a sly grin. "Why don't you pick up some flowers for your grandmother? I bet she would love them." Little Red Riding Hood thought this was a great idea, so she started to pick up some flowers for her grandmother. While she was distracted, the candid wolf running straight to her grandmother's houses. When the wolf arrived, he knocked on the door and imitated Little Red Riding Hood voices. Knock, knock, knock. "Grandmother, it's me," said the wolf. The kind old woman opened the door, but before she could react, the wolf leaped forward and swallowed her whole. Then he put on her nightcap, climbed into the bed, and waited for Little Red Riding Hood to arrive. And finally, Little Red Riding Hood arrived. And then she knocked on the door. Knock, knock. "Come in, my dear," said the wolf with a sly grin. So, Little Red Riding Hood stepping inside, but felt something was strange. The room was darker than usual, and her grandmother looked different. "Grandmothers, what big ears you have!" "The better to hear you with, my dear." "Oh, grandmother, what big eyes you have!" "The better to see you with, my dear." "Grandmother, oh my God, what big hands you have!" "The better to hug you with, my dear." And finally, she hesitated and asked, "Okay, the wolf said. "The better, so in you will!" He roared and jumped off the bed. Little Red Riding Hood screamed, "You're not my grandmother!" But it was too late. It was too late. The wolf swallowed her whole, just like her grandmother. A brave hunter passed by and heard the scream of it. She quickly running through of it and saw a wolf asleep with a big belly. So he quickly cut it open with his knife. And after he realized, he found the grandmother and Little Red Riding Hood still alive. Yeah, they're still alive. And after that, they filled the wolf's stomach with stones and stitched it back of it. When the wolf woke up and tried to run, the weight on it pulled him down, and he never troubled anyone again. The Little Red Riding Hood hugged her mother tightly. That day, she learned an important lesson. Always listen to your parents, never talk to a stranger, and always on the right path. And that day, Little Red Riding Hood becomes more careful, cheerful, and never wandered off again. And that's it, my friends, the story of Little Red Riding Hood. Thank you and goodbye!